as here we are into the FIFAe Nations Cup quarter-final. Morocco kicking from left to right, all in red, green shorts, and from right to left will be the Netherlands in blue.
In a perfect world, I'd love an opening goal, early opening goal. Because what we have seen as a theme today is games that go late, often very cagey affairs. A lot of it's dictated via that first leg.
Yeah, the first leg, neither team necessarily plays to win it, they both play to lose. I think that's what we've seen for a number of the matches over the course of the knockouts thus far. Morocco, see the team that they're utilising here. A few players, including Sami Eto'o out wide, Zidane, R9. And I don't think standard.
I don't think that's fair. I don't think they're playing not to win or anything along those lines. It's just more passive. They're not as forceful. You're missing some of that final resolute. You're just not seeing players go for it the same way, knowing that they have that second leg.
But you have to be in the second leg. So maybe just in the back of the mind there is we'll just keep it a little bit tighter, because you can't win the tie in the first leg, but you can certainly lose it. As you see, pretty solid back five there for the Netherlands at the heart of it. You can't miss him, 6'8" in stature. Milinkovic-Savic. Thierry Henry coming in from the wide positions. Roussillon, another addition to these squads that has just shaped the teams in completely different avenue. That's great playing around the box. Reverse elastico, good defending from Morocco. But it's positive signs for Netherlands. A mistake at the back there from Morocco, giving them possession away. It's going to fall nicely to Thierry Henry. What does he have in the locker? An elastico, creating the space.
It's good recovery defense. Henry, right place, right time. You see that elastico, the quick turn. We're always trying to lean on that left foot, which sounds weird saying this about Henry, but again, new item, new introduction, new capabilities. And he has been a game changer in the competitive scene.
He didn't start this particular game, Adam Hatake, however he did finish it in the last round. It's going to be Ayman and Marwan for Morocco trying to get the job done. For the Netherlands, we heard it on the stage, Emre Yilmaz, Champions League winner and one of the best players this entire season, getting the start alongside Levi David, Manu Bachot.
If you're viewing this from an accomplishment standpoint, it's very clear that Netherlands would be the favorite. They have the bigger names.
Yes.
They have more wins under the belt. A lot of that, I will say, is 1v1. There are some 2v2 successes, especially when you're looking at Levy and Alito. But
not with another Dutch. Yeah.
Correct. Correct. Even if you're looking at the Dutch league, same issue.
Yeah, absolutely. Chance here for Netherlands. They've been building up quite nicely in the opening 25 minutes, getting the ball into Kylian Mbappe. Whether it's Thierry Henry coming in from the back post, they are starting to just tick over. This is going to be a long, drawn-out affair. Make sure you strap in, because you're up for another 45 minutes of top-quality FIFA Esports action. The winner of this game guarantees themselves $75,000 and a finals day here at the E-Nations Cup. In what could be, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it, a nicer side of the draw as well. You're avoiding Brazil, you're avoiding France, and you're avoiding Argentina.
And potentially it would have been Germany as well.
Yeah.
Finland didn't have that upset against Germany.
If you win this game, you're looking probably...
You've got to be happy. You have to be happy with the draw.
Look ahead.
You have to be happy with the draw. I mean, you still have to go out and get those wins. You have to take a commanding role. You have to input your position. You can't necessarily look at it like that, but you can't be mad about how you got positioned.
Here is Mbappe. He's just off the back of that player lock, creating a little bit of space. Frenkie de Jong pinged into Mbappe. A couple of step overs. They are just ever so slightly starting to tick this Netherlands side.
And everything's been right. Missing maybe that final prolific play. You've seen a lot of the skill moves, but I think there needed to be a second skill, even after step overs. The way that Morocco defended, where they stepped off, you need that secondary skill move or third skill move just to bait them into an error.
And again, it's the Netherlands just pickpocketing, really, intercepting in the middle of the park. Just as I say that, they do it once again. Morocco, maybe a little bit of nerves just starting to creep in. It's also energy-wise, you've just come off the back of such a high. You now have to settle again. You can't come in with that level of sort of aggression and.
You can also tell us two stories here. You can say you're watching Netherlands, you say it's got to be coming. Surely they're going to have the goal-scoring opportunity, or they're going to convert. But on the reverse side, if you're Morocco, you're not down, it's 0-0, you start thinking to yourself, maybe it's my time. We haven't played that great, but we haven't given up anything. We've had a lot of bend but don't break defense.
When you're playing poorly and you're still in the game, that's when you start to think, okay, we're in this.
My confidence is on the up and up. When I'm competing and I know that I'm not in my best flow, I'm not being fluid, I'm giving the ball away. I'm not having all the extra details and those particulars that we keep talking about. It's not clicking, but I'm not losing a game. I'm drawing even. I feel good about it. I just have to fix what's happening on the virtual pitch.
We'll look to be going into half-time at 0-0. How the Netherlands will once again knock on the door. Frenkie de Jong, he's been at the heart of everything. Green time Travella will sail out for a corner, and the referee will let the Netherlands take it. R9 into Ousmane Dembele, floating to the back stick. Wasn't convincing by any stretch of the imagination from Edwin van der Sar, but it just stirs enough.
But those could be those moments as well. Inserting some corruption, a little bit of that extra havoc in the box. Goalkeeper comes out, it's mispositioned. Maybe you get a header that you can resurface and recycle. You can knock it down. You can do something with it.
You just see the tale of two different nations right here. Mr. Doria, a lot more vocal, maybe more of a man manager. On the other side of it, with Lorenzo, he's got the tablet out, he's got the coaching device, and he's well and truly giving some instructions.
Well, if you're Morocco, you can't be happy with that. The only takeaway is at least you didn't concede. But you didn't have any chances. We didn't see breakthrough. You didn't put pressure on Netherlands on the defensive end, in the midfield. Definitely not via the attack.
It's just fascinating watching that Moroccan side.
They are animated. There's no denying it.
That's one thing they are for certain.
I think even if you're a neutral, you sort of want to see Morocco score just because you don't know what could happen. The chair never stood a chance.
No.
I think it's the first time that I've seen that. I hope that it's been clipped somewhere. I saw a punch. The chair legitimately took one to the head.
I don't know if you remember the East Asia qualifiers a couple of years ago when Jay punched the camera when he qualified. He gave the camera a right jab.
I'm not mad. I like some emotion. I like some passion in my FIFA players.
Back underway in the second half. You're watching the FIFAe Nations Cup quarterfinals. In the commentary position, Richard Buckley and Mike LaBelle guiding you through every single kick as one nation looks to set up a semi-final tie.
And I said it before we got started, in a perfect world, an early goal would have been ideal.
The Netherlands just picking up where they left the first half. That pass ever so slightly on the wrong side of him. But if you are a Dutch FIFA fan right now, you must be thinking it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, their build-up and their counter-press both look not only decisive, but dangerous. They're getting the ball into the right locations. They're getting a lot of key interceptions in the middle of the pitch. Therefore, they're not being forced. They're not under pressure the same way.
They come forward once again, the Netherlands. This is a big chance. Mbappe with the step over. Goalkeeper movement. Exceptional to shifting to the near post and still nearly went in.
Just fantastic. And if you question maybe that hitting the post, because of the goalkeeper movement, it also shifts the animations. It shifts the aiming. It sometimes can shift how that offensive player approaches those finishes and the result of those finishes. To micromanage that was fantastic from Morocco after a couple of defensive errors.
They've not really played well in the slightest. They're looking to just get something going here at Morocco. Renato Sanchez and Ruud Gullit linking up in the middle of the park. Here is Ronaldo Navarro, but he runs straight into Hernandez, and the Netherlands haven't really had to do too much defensively in this game. Morocco's not made them worry.
Netherlands would love to have that back. They had the break, the opportunity. Very early goalkeeper movement. Didn't take advantage of it. Didn't anticipate it. I think Morocco chose wrong. There was a big opportunity on a break there. A lot of space to work with. Went for a lob knockdown approach. Player wasn't into position yet. It also wasn't the right matchup. When we look at some of those knockdowns, those chip through balls, the lobbing the ball forward, even the deep throws, the long throws, you want to make sure you've got your 6'5", 6'6", in some cases with Savic, 6'8", player in that location. He's already identified it. You have the matchup, and it's not a 50-50 anymore. It's now an 80-20.
And it's not the chip that necessarily is OP or strong. It's the player that you're chipping to.
Correct.
You can't. You're not chipping it to Sami Eto'o at the back post. You want it to be, I mean, for Morocco, Hullet, Zidane, De Ligt if you put him forward from centre back.
Well, I talk about it time and time again. It's about not only identifying the matchup, but then being able to take advantage. And also the timing plays a factor as well. If you go too late or too early, you're no longer giving your player the best opportunity for the 50-50.
Take me through this chance, because it was the only opportunity the Netherlands have had.
R9,
clear
you see
cut.
The step over without changing direction from Mbappe is because he's anticipating that he was going to cut back. Early goalkeeper movement, fantastic goalkeeper movement. It's got to be said. A lot of compliments to Morocco there. Fantastic read. It comes off the post, but a reason that it also comes off the post is because the goalkeeper's standing there sitting on it. You almost need the post to help you out. You got to rattle something.
Rattle the post.
He did rattle the post. Indeed. I mean, surely...
Morocco with a chance here.
Oh, that's a risky slide tackle. We don't see the fake Rabona skill move either. It's very uncommon this year. Inside the box, stop, pop. It's almost a fancy way of kind of setting up a fake shot and a recycle, resurface, realignment.
For how... I'll just go say, for how lackluster Morocco have been in the final third, it's still 0-0. And you take huge confidence from that. Paul Pogba looking for the cutback. De Ligt does well. Both sides have defended very well, that has to be said, and maybe why each side has struggled to convert thus far because of that stellar defensive work. But just a few options that Morocco have taken leave a lot to be desired, as R9 just runs straight into Milinkovic-Savic out the back of the step-overs, heading into the final 16, 17 minutes here.
Morocco might have played themselves into us a little bit too. You're now seeing a couple of these opportunities right on the edge of the box. One skill move away, one mistake. You're putting a little more pressure.
Mbappe just scoops the ball out wide. Musiala, Travella cross.
Goalkeeper's
already moved.
And anticipated.
Do you think it's as simple as the fact that we've not seen a lot of attacking play? The defences have just been very strong. The defensive play has certainly been, if you've got two attributes going up, I think the defending on both teams is probably 90-95. The attacking maybe 75.
Again, when I look at Morocco defensively, they've allowed the Netherlands into the right locations.
Morocco getting slightly fortunate. Cafu was just driving all the way down the byline.
They've allowed Morocco into the right locations. Or sorry, excuse me. They've allowed the Netherlands into the right locations, but they haven't broken down after that.
He's in. This could be the chance. The Netherlands are waiting for it. Mbappe! Great save from Edwin van der Sar. The ball was perfectly weighted and couldn't
Got to score there.
convert.
You have to convert. And just to reiterate again, you talked about, has this been really a defensive matchup? I don't think so. Morocco's had mistakes, plenty of them, but they've done enough. Watch it back. A lot of time to work with here. Beautiful through ball. Mbappe, again, great matchup. You got to convert there. It's not time green. Maybe not quite enough power. But if you're Netherlands, you're not getting a better chance. Maybe a little half touch. You got to read that situation better if you're the Netherlands. When I look at this game, we're probably dealing with 5-6 good chances from the Netherlands. Maybe a couple half chances in there, but they're in the right locations, the right players, the right skill moves, and it comes down to the finishing or a misread with the goalkeeper.
Does it give them confidence that they're now creating better chances? It's not just maybe that was a lot of space.
They've been probing though, Rich. You start to question, when is it going to happen?
That is something we've seen a lot from Emre Yilmaz. The short corner, the power shot green time at the near post. It was prolific with that animation during the Champions League, which was victorious at not too long ago. And that just shows when you've got players of that quality, anything can be pulled out at any given situation.
I've loved everything from the Netherlands outside of the finish. I mean, they've given you great versatility offensively as well.
Morocco in the final stages of this first leg of action. The ball pinged around the box. It's all one touch. It's nice and pretty, and unfortunately just runs straight into Ruud Gullit. They have struggled to penetrate that back five.
They caught the pattern there, the Netherlands. They should get the last attack now. But offensively, you look at some of the versatility, the switching of the pitches, the crosses, the through balls, the late releases, the chip through balls, the skill moves. Everything's been there. We even see the power shot, green time finish. The only critique is that they've chosen wrong when they finally got it into the box when it came down to the 1v1. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't.
That's what I like to hear. But everything else from Netherlands, you walk away from this, the game plans work.
Could be a chance. Last chance of the game will fall to the Netherlands. Paul Pogba, power shot cancelled. The ref will allow the corner to be played. It's gone short. Here's R9. Do they go back to Ruud Gullit? Yes, they do. Vanja Milinkovic-Savic gets a foot in, and that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the opening leg of FIFA.